What is up, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs out there? Welcome back to another episode of Shared Screens Media Club, the one show here where we talk all things movies, TV shows, video games, everything but books, because who the fuck likes reading? This week, I am joined by Chris Rumblepack and Alec Bobko. How y'all doing?
I think I'm gonna legally change my name to Chris Rumblepack.
Chris Rumble. That's all I refer to you as. First name Chris, last name Rumblepack.
Yeah.
Chris, last name Rumble.
Yeah. And normally, we love talking all things media, all things video games, movies, TV shows, and sometimes we talk about what could have been. Sometimes we pitch our own ideas, and so I guess this episode kind of encompasses all that because as of the recording, Sunday, February. Fuck, it's February 25th.
I know, dude. It's
almost right. It's almost March. Crazy. We had a massive fucking just what could have been news hit the fucking internet. What a bombshell to wake up and fucking look at and then be like, this isn't real. This isn't happening. The Spider-Verse creative team leaked their concept art for a Batman Beyond movie. And they just said, WB's not going to allow this. There's no way they're going to make it. They haven't gotten a shot to pitch this to James Gunn. And so it almost became like this online thing of like, yo, are you guys fucking stupid? Like, WB, are you fucking stupid? Like, hello, wake up. Like,
just from those images, you're like, this would be awesome.
Yes, this would be incredible. And so I feel like we got to just fucking get in and just talk about this shit. First of all, Batman Beyond. Why won't WB do it? There was going to be a Michael Keaton movie. That didn't come out.
When I tell you about the heartbreak that I experienced reading upon that, I told my wife, I told a few of my friends about this. I was like, look at this shit that just came out because for me personally, Batman Beyond is my single favorite Batman story of all time. I love it to death. I was a kid when it was coming out, right? I would have been like 8 or 9 when like Return of the Joker like released in theaters and stuff. And I saw it in theaters. Like the whole idea of like this rad like cyberpunk style Batman series that takes place in the future with an old Bruce Wayne who's too old to be Batman anymore, having this new kid Terry McGinnis come in and take his place. Like the stories there are incredible. The suit is the best Batman suit of all time. Fucking come at me.
Agreed.
And then they released these images which are it's from the same people, of course, but it is very Spider-Verse looking just in the way that the colors and backgrounds and things are stylized, but it still looks very Batman, and it is just
the one that just has Beyond and the bat symbol.
Dude,
just give me that. Just give me that wallpaper.
Yeah, that one. The one where he's in the alley, like, looks like he just finished a fight. It's like, okay, this is just oozing aesthetic. And then the action scene one, where it's literally just fucking Batman flying through traffic with the fucking ink dude behind him, like, oh my god, inject this movie into my fucking veins.
And you get that really like exaggerated like motion thing to where like it very clearly looks like he's like flying through the air. His face is real big in the thing coming behind him, because that's something that you can only get in animation. And like when they said they'd pitched like an animated Batman Beyond movie, because I do remember the rumors that there was going to be a live action one. Coming hot off the heels of the Last Airbender live action series coming out. I remember watching the trailers and I'm like, man, the animated version of this is just looks way better. I would vastly prefer an animated Batman Beyond movie over a live action one.
100%.
Personally, there's just so much more that you can do with that medium that I think
there would be so much
better
unnecessary CGI in the live action
100%,
because you have to. It's like futuristic, so you have to. I mean, you can't just go on location and all that. Like that has to be all CGI.
Yeah, and of course it's not. I don't think it's Lloyd and Miller. It's just it's the director of My Dad the Bounty Hunter, I believe. And then the Spider-Verse creative lead designer, I believe. and
it would have
that's
been a lot of the art team from Spider-Verse. Yeah,
exactly. And I think this art style is so just why like it can be adapted to not everything but certain things, and it definitely works in Batman Beyond. And this movie could have easily done for Batman Beyond what the Spider Verse guys did for Miles Morales. I feel like before Into the Spider Verse, nobody really like. It's like if you watched the Ultimate cartoon, and if you read the comic books, you knew Miles Morales, but like Miles Morales was a mainstream. And now last year's biggest comic book movie of the year is Across the Spider Verse, easily, right? Like
yeah.
we could have. Why can't we just bring Batman Beyond to the forefront? Why can't we do this? Why are we stuck in limbo with this? Like all we have is the anime series and Return of the Joker. You know?
Yeah, the nostalgia fueled dream.
Yeah, literally. Also the Arkham suits. Love playing Arkham City's version with the suit. I don't like it in Arkham Knight though. Through Armory.
I'm with you, and even like getting the Terry McGinnis suit in City like is cool, but just like with the way that the cape works in that game is that sort of thing, because it's almost like the Spider-Man web wings where
exactly.
he like activates it and then it comes out. It looked a little goofy in the game. But like I think there's an interesting question now just with the way that Batman's like family story has changed since Batman Beyond first came out, to where it's like I'm curious if there is like a Batman Beyond story feasible with, rather than Terry, with Bruce Wayne's sons.
Yeah, I could see that, especially with James Gunn doing Brave and the Bold, which I believe does feature a Robin Damian Wayne. Maybe
Damian
that's
Wayne,
been
that's his name. That's what I was trying to
that
think of.
maybe that's been confirmed. But yeah, I think there's so much potential to do more Bat family stuff. It's just it's insane to me that we can't do Beyond, and I want to say even one of the canceled post Arkham Knight Batman games, like they cooked a lot. Even wasn't one of those also like a Batman Beyond game too?
I think it was rumors of it. Yeah.
I doubt it never got past like the pitch phase or whatever. But there's some I don't know why Beyond in particular seems so cursed to just kind of not be able to get anywhere.
Well,
like you had mentioned, like the whole like Bat.
There is a comic series running, I guess. I should take mine. I should take that back. But the rest of it.
But just think of the Bat family. Like, we haven't really gotten much of the Bat family at all in live action. Like, the closest we ever got to the Bat family in live action is the Batman and Robin movie.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Or even the tiny little Robin shout out in
Dark Knight
Rises.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that name.
I like it.
That part hit, and I was like, that's a stupid fucking name. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's like, I get the Easter egg, but like, did you really have to?
You didn't need to do that.
Robin?
No, we didn't. And like, I think James Gunn and whoever he picks for Batman, like he has the opportunity to cook. I don't want Matt Reeves doing anything. I think that should just solely be focused on Pattinson, chef's kiss of a Batman. But I feel like the other big thing too now is like, is this the next release the Snyder Cut? Is this the next? It almost feels like nowadays for certain things to get made or for certain things to come out, we just need to bully people, and I hate that mentality. And like, and
in fairness, I think WB deserves it at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
like talented individuals at Insomniac
leadership deserves it.
Yes. Talented artists and individuals at Insomniac Games don't deserve to be bullied for a Raimi suit, but a major corporation to release a Snyder Cut, to release anything, absolutely they deserve it.
Coyote.
Yes.
I was about to say, just look at WB's like movie track record these days, to where we now are sitting on the second film that, by all accounts, is done. It's finished. It's completed, and putting it in the vault, just not releasing it for tax breaks, and like
insane.
My heart is genuinely broken for all the people, because I mean, making movies is not easy and requires
No.
lots and lots of people and lots of time, and to go through all that, especially a hybrid live action animated movie like Acme versus Wile E. Coyote. To where I'm just sitting here, I'm like, it should be fucking criminal to do this sort of thing.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree, and like hold these. It's not even holding these hostage. Like they're not like, hey guys, 1,000,000 likes on this tweet, and we'll really like it's nothing like that. Like
no, they've
it's
taken
just
these
like
films out back and shot them in
gone.
the head, is what they've
Yeah,
done.
yeah, and it's insane, and I wanna hope that there is change to come, that we can eventually see these movies, and that fucking James Gunn can do the right thing and be like, hey, we're gonna release the Batgirl movie. I want to see that. All the set photos there looked incredible, right? And yeah, I'd love for him to actually get the shot to sit down with these guys for them to pitch and them to cook, because I feel like that's the big thing. Like that was the big thing in the article, is like they pitched to everyone except James Gunn, except the guy making the decision, the guy that can like potentially greenlight this, But for now, we're stuck with these 3 images, and it's insane. But another major question that I think stems from this is because we've seen this art style in two Spider-Man movies now. We've seen it in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that last one, that oozed that style, and now it's seemingly taken to Batman Beyond. That before waking up,
Shout out to
I
Puss in
think
Boots as well.
Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots is another big one.
Yeah.
But before waking up, Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever, I would never have pictured Batman Beyond with this art style, right? And how seamless it could be transferred.
Right.
And so I want to ask you guys, what movie, if they're not going to get to make a Batman Beyond movie in this art style, what are we cooking? What IP, anything can this art style be transferred to?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
I think I might have one just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I think a Pokemon movie in the Across the Spider-Verse art style could do awesome. Could look awesome. Because think of like the Pokemon battles and like kind of quick cuts and the different art style for the different moves and all that. Like,
yeah, I agree. For me, that I feel like Pokemon's so animated, and so so just anime inspired. That's all I can really think of it as. But being transferred over to a more Western style with Across the Spider-Verse, and that animation team working on it, I think that could definitely work.
I think Pokemon has also shown that it is versatile with different kinds of media as well. I was with Concierge being an entirely like claymation series,
right?
Like stop motion. I think lends itself to being open to having like different artistic interpretations to it. When I think of like Spider-Verse and TMNT, like the like specifically like the two movies, parts of the things that are so kind of central to what makes those movie works is the music, and in particular there's definitely like a deep like hip hop culture there.
Yeah.
And so I think if I were to take like a character or IP or those sorts of things, actually the one that was first off the top of my head was trying to picture like another character or series that has sort of that hip hop culture ingrained into it. And while it's another WB character, so it'll never happen. But my first thought was Static Shock.
Yes.
Oh. Yes. Okay. I'm not too familiar with them.
I think a Spider-Verse style Static Shock would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Holy shit!
Like his aesthetic, especially in like the more recent comic runs, is kind of already there. Like there's not a lot of translation that would have to happen there. Like for kind of like a lack of a better term, like he is in a lot of ways like very like Miles Morales, just in that he's got like these very like hip hop inspired suits. Like that's just a big part of his character, and I think that aesthetic would fit him really well.
100%.
A lot
I
of
didn't even
potential there. Like there's not a lot of Static Shock stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, nothing at all. And I didn't even think of the hip hop fusion with the music that those three movies really have. For me, now I'm not even a big fan of this IP. I'm doing it for Jordan. Power Rangers. I think Power Rangers.
I was about to
bring
that up.
That
was my next one.
Like not even for the like just solely for the action and that style alone.
Mm-hmm. And even the hip hop though, like you said, like bring it back to like the 90s, like the Mighty Morphin.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like
you
got something there.
Yeah, absolutely. But my selfish answer though, I think it could so easily be done. They just got to take it and just find a story to work within it. Star Wars. Obviously.
I was
obviously
out there immediately. You know, I was like, let me try and think of something different. That was literally the first thing I thought of.
Right.
Power Rangers was actually the first one, but then I thought about it more when Pokemon came up.
Especially because Star Wars has already proven how well it fits animation at this point.
100%.
And like, if anyone has watched like the first at time of recording the first 3 episodes of the Bad Batch, like you can't tell me that Star Wars isn't great in animation. I always go so far as to say is like some of the best stories Star Wars has ever made are within its animated products.
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Clone Wars, Rebels.
Yeah, I just
Bad Batch
even parts of Resistance are really, really good. Like
exactly. And I feel like there hasn't, like, other than the 2008 Clone Wars movie, we haven't gotten a big like
an animated film.
Yeah, a big animated theatrical release. I mean, they could have dropped that 2-part series finale of Clone Wars in theaters, and I would have gone out and watched it.
Oh god, it would
100%. They could re-release it, dude.
Can you imagine getting to watch the animated over 66-bit in theaters? Ooh.
Oh fuck, dude! Oh my god, that would have been something else. But like, they're already experimenting with different styles with Visions, which is already so cool to see. In terms of just they just kind of approach approach an animation studio, and they're kind of like, hey, y'all want to cook? Like, you guys have 20 minutes in this animated feature episode, and it's like, I feel like that leaves such a good opportunity for them to approach the Spider-Verse creative team and be like, hey, do you guys want to just start out with a show and then take it to anywhere else from there, open it up, let them tell their own story. I don't know if I'd want it to necessarily be like a certain character. Like, I'm not like, give me a Boba Fett movie in the Spider-Verse style. Although
like, genuinely, my first thought was kind of Bad Batch, like an ensemble style movie. I think would be really, really cool.
100%, 100%. That
Republic Commandos. Boom.
Ooh, come on, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
There's with Bad Batch ending, like we're also kind of hitting like the end of like clone-centered stories at this point. Yeah. I think just with the way that the action sequences in like the Spider-Verse movies are so stylized and that sort of thing, I think it would just be incredible to get a really Jedi focused story. Like, give us something like High Republic based. I think would be really, really sick. Or even go further, like a Knights of the Old Republic adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man.
Yeah, I think for me, just like, given the very neon, bright pastel colors of it all, I think Coruscant is the best planet to represent a Spider-Verse style movie, especially given the leaked images. And I was going to say 1313. Yes, if we're not doing it in if we're not doing it in video games, rest in peace, 1313. Then my God, just give us a story of this, like a kid coming out of the slums of the lower level of Coruscant. Like, fuck.
Right. God, that'd be really, really sick.
Yeah. Anything Coruscant, neon, bright pictures, anything like that.
So you've given me another thought to just thinking of like properties that have been given animated adaptations that kind of didn't start out within that realm. Are y'all familiar with Halo Legends?
But I don't I don't recall exactly.
Is that the animated show?
So it was
animated.
It was basically Star Wars Visions, but for Halo, and came out in like 2008. It was a bunch of collected a collection of short stories that were done by different animated teams that centered within the Halo universe, and a few of them are fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And so Halo has reached the point these days to where its expanded universe stuff is almost as vast as Star Wars. Like there is a dedicated Halo expanded universe now with tons and tons of stories outside of just what's going on with Master Chief, and that is definitely something I think that you could animate in that style as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think I'm like familiar with Visions, like with Halo Visions, at least like in memes. I you know
that is where
I've seen
a good handful of Halo memes come from is from Legends stuff, which in that regard too, Legends was really just following the blueprint that Animatrix set, which was the Matrix, but you know, Star Wars Visions, basically another handful of short stories done by various animated teams, and that was really really fucking sick too.
Yeah, I think, fuck, that would be sick. I think another one I'm brewing on here, John Wick. We know we want to expand the universe. You know, the show,
Hex games too, or games as well.
the Hex games.
IO is doing a game as well.
IO's got a game. They're doing the Continental show or whatever, and I feel like we may be done more with John Wick as the character, but the world still. I feel
that
like
world it's too right. Like that's one thing I loved about that first movie is just the world that it's set.
Yeah.
Its color palette too is already like pretty in line.
Oh
with,
yeah.
With what goes on in the spiders. There's lots of those blues and purples and pinks and oranges.
Yeah,
you can take that kind of more hip hop music that you know is across the Spider-Verse or into the Spider-Verse, and make it a more like house techno sound.
Yeah,
which I'm glad you said that too, because that was something that I was going to get into, and like kind of quick sidebar here, and I'm actually listening to something right now. Like recently, I've been on this kick of getting into like the early 2000s like Sega game style of like jungle drum and bass, like funk, like that like that sort of thing, like really like, and that scene has started to, it's kind of had a resurgence in the last like year or two, where there's lots of that stuff starting to break out in the mainstream again, and so something like that, especially if you want to, I'm going to pull another Sega title here that I think kind of deserves a second shot at hitting the mainstream. Like you give it that really jungle drum and bass kind of soundtrack, you make it really stylized, and then you give me a Shenmue animated movie. Come on, dude, are you kidding me?
Okay,
something like really like kind of like kung fu. You know, I think would be really really kick ass. Or even I've got the Capcom Cup on my other monitor right now too. That's an already extremely stylized game, like Street Fighter action in the Spider-Verse style. Come on, bro.
A couple ideas I had. A couple, or I should say gaming related, well, kind of in that world. Borderlands, and I have some friends that got the Pandora's Box collection, so I think Borderlands could do really well with that kind of art style.
Oh yeah, and I mean, look at like there's clearly plenty of stories to tell. Look at the Tales from the Borderlands series.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I would rather watch a Spider-Verse style animated Borderlands movie than the live action one that we're getting. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not a Borderlands fan. I shouldn't be having this tossing opinions like this, but
it does look pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if people don't know, if they wanted something better than that, they don't know Borderlands.
Fair enough. To me, a Borderlands outsider, I'm just kind of like, what is this? What fucking Dino? What was it? Dino Hunter? Monster Hunter-esque video game adaptation is this? and I know that's a low bar, and that's just a low shot for me to take. But I was like, goddamn! But Borderlands in the Spider-Verse style, 100%, I'd be there. 100%.
Another one I got is, I know it's technically would be the Titanfall universe, but my thought was Apex Legends, because
Apex has the aesthetic for it too.
Apex Legends, like that's like they have a whole bunch of lore behind that, and even some of those animated shorts that they put out. Like the one that comes to mind is the Loba and Revenant.
Oh yeah.
That like man, you could just make that story in that art style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh!
Shout out to them using a Joey Valence and Bray track in their most recent season.
Yes, sir. Oh my God, loved seeing that.
I know my boys are popping off, and I
yes,
love
sir.
it, man. I love it. They're so
good.
Love
to see it.
Just see him like sitting there, like we're in Apex.
This is my song.
Yes,
like, yes. They were like, "What?" I love that. It's so good.
Apex, Keenan and Peele, not Keenan and Peele.
Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, yes, Keenan and Kel. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah.
Keenan and Kel, yeah, they were in that movie too.
Just because I'm so upset at the state of the series that came out, but like we know that more content within the universe is coming from the original creators, and like how cool would it be now that we know we are getting a story about the adult incarnations of the characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah,
just make it Spider-Verse style. You know what I mean? Animate on the twos. Like, can you imagine seeing like the bending and stuff in that style? Oh,
Chris, I think you make the continuation series the same art style, but then you make the sequel series the one that goes to the next Avatar, the Across the Spider-Verse.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
So that way, it's kind of a whole new style. Like it kind of like has its own.
Although I think there are some stipulations within Korra that there might not be any more avatars.
Very true.
But you could go the other direction. Everyone's always wanted, and I mean there are novels about like prior avatars like Kyoshi.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be really, really cool.
Because wasn't there rumors of like an earthbending Avatar show that's coming out or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know that ever went anywhere.
Gotcha.
Fair enough. Any final suggestions for what could work in this universe or in this style of animation? What else we'd like to see?
Yeah, it, Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
give me a new Dragon Ball movie.
Damn.
You know, the last like 3 Dragon Ball movies have all had different art styles. Why not this one?
Ooh, maybe I go see one.
Very topical right now, but Helldivers. I think you can make it very.
Oh shit, that would be.
Yeah, dude, that would rip. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, especially if PlayStation Studios wants to churn out more video game adaptations, and Sony's already working with that Spider-Verse team. Oh my god, there'd be some. Yeah.
Or
especially with how big it is, like they passed like 800,000 concurrent users.
I think it's had like the largest player base of any game ever on Steam or some shit like that. Like it's something insane like that. That's been crazy. If we're going with stuff that's kind of like big and hype right now too, I think Final Fantasy would fit that really well. Just because because of what Final Fantasy is, like you can tell like any kind of story. It doesn't even have to be based off of game. You can just do an original story there.
Oh. Come on, it's Cyberpunk. Come on.
I mean, yeah. Like even I think like the story. Oh my god, Cyberpunk. Holy shit, that would rip so hard.
Yeah. Like it's really just Batman Beyond, just Cyberpunk.
I mean,
no Batman.
Circle back around on it.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, really I think that'll do it on this episode of Media Club. I had pent up frustrations over this leaked concept art, and I just what the fuck, WB, make this movie. Somebody I know he's working on Superman Legacy. James Gunn, have 5 minutes to spare.
Somebody get Zaslav out of there. I'm real sick of him at this point.
Yes.
Or the Mansion movie. Just put that out last second.
Ooh,
please, my God, get this movie made. Let us know what you'd like to see in the Spider-Verse style in the comments down below. We got a Final Fantasy review coming. We got Pip Boys. We got E4. E4, is that correct?
Yep.
E4, our other show, and SSPs and more. Exactly, and more Media Club. Mm-hmm. So subscribe if you haven't. Click like if you like this podcast, and we'll see you on the next one.